Welcome back to Album Review.
What's going on?
So this week, I decided to pick Dawn FM by The Weeknd. This is, I think, his 5th album. And, I mean, this is his first album to really come out after the pandemic, after he was in the Super Bowl halftime show.
Right.
So, I mean, at this point, he was already, like, a huge name, like, songs like Starboy and, like, The Hills and Can't Feel My Face, like... Everyone knows those songs. Like, he really needs no introduction, honestly, but if you somehow missed some of his early stuff before, he became, like, a global superstar.
Yep.
Like, it was around that era. And then, After Hours came out right when COVID started, and
That went off.
that was, Blinding Lights, like, come on. I think it's, like, the most streamed song ever. It's, like, up there.
Something like that, yeah. In a very short period of time, considering.
Yeah, it's only been 6 years since that album came out, and that song. But this came out in, like, I think the start of 2022.
Yep.
And the most people I know thought the album was just okay when it first came out. It kind of had, like, a mixed reception.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the whole theme had very polarizing opinions.
Yeah, I could see that.
But
Because this album, like, before getting into the tracks, like, a lot of it feels like it's trying to be, like, a pseudo radio station, Dawn FM.
Yeah.
Which, it's not the first time I've seen an artist do this. Hell, Roger Waters did it back in the 80s with an album, so, like, it's nothing new, but it's a unique take to have on it.
Yeah, definitely.
And then you get, like, having Jim Carrey on it as the narrator, or as, like, the DJ, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, that was really interesting. I didn't realize that till you get to the last track, and then I was like, Jim.
Yeah. It's like, oh wow, what a legend.
Yeah.
Alright, shall we jump into the tracks?
Sure, there are 16 tracks. So
Yes.
the first track is title track, Dawn FM.
Yep, this is like the intro. The Weeknd has like a little bit of singing on it, and then you get Jim coming in and like introducing the album or the radio station.
Yeah.
It's a very dystopian sound throughout this album too, like dystopia pop in a way.
For sure.
Like it's very unique.
And like I don't know if it's emotion or non-emotion that Jim Carrey like talks with throughout the album is what gives it sort of that feel as well.
Very sterile but like comforting voice in a way.
Yeah, especially on the final track, which we'll get to. But
yeah,
I like the sound of this one for like the 50 seconds that it was a song.
Mm-hmm.
It just really set the tone for like the synthy, like futuristic sound of the album.
Yeah, and then you get the first real track, Gasoline, which is that's a fire track, no pun intended.
Yeah, this one was pretty good. It definitely had a super strong like 80s sound.
Yeah, which again, a lot of the album is just filled with that, especially after Hours, which is like where he first. Well, it's not his first time because like Starboy was even had like 80s themes, but like his first full deep dive into it, I'd say was on After Hours.
Yeah, this sounds like it came from the 80s, except it's got super polished production. This sounds like modern and futuristic at the same time.
Yeah.
But yeah, nothing to complain about there.
Yeah.
Third track is How Do I Make You Love Me? This is a big one.
Yeah, this is a big hit. And another fire track for me. I really like this one.
Yeah, this has always been definitely one of my more favorites on this album.
I love the synth work on this entire album, but this song is like a top one for me.
Yeah, I think there's probably synth used on almost every track of this
album.
album.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
It's a very consistent sound, but
it's
just super catchy is what he's good at doing.
Yeah.
So. But yeah, no, this was probably one of the strongest ones on the album, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
Then it transitioned straight into the next track, which is "Take My Breath," which is one of the singles.
It was one of the hit singles, yeah, and this is one of my favorite tracks.
For some reason, this one I've always not liked quite as much as the general consensus.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like the chorus is like a little weak.
I could see that,
but it's definitely not bad. I don't have many complaints about it. It's just. When everyone else was like thinking it was amazing when it came out as a single, I was a little underwhelmed.
Okay, I could see that, yeah.
But it's definitely not a bad track.
Mm-hmm.
It had like I remember it had really ominous sounding synths on it that I did like about it.
Yeah.
The next track is Sacrifice.
This is another big song. I really like this one.
Yeah, this one's good. I don't know, the main point was by this point of the album, I could kind of tell that.
You already know what the theme is going to be.
This is a pretty consistent sound. Like, there are only 4 real songs in, but he holds it for pretty much the whole track list.
Because, like, there's, like, love songs in here, but there's also just, like, existential crisis songs, like, about, like, like death one day, especially like again with those spoken interludes too.
Yeah, a lot of themes of death, and then a lot of like relationship themes.
Yeah, so it's a nice mix of like the Weeknd we know and love from like the R&B era,
Yeah.
and like this new sound he's going for in this trilogy of albums.
Yeah, it's probably this trilogy itself, I guess, is a lot less R&B than his earlier stuff.
Yeah, this is like when he really went pop.
Yeah, for sure. The next track is Interlude, A Tale by Quincy Jones.
Yeah, the legend himself, and it's a really nice story being told on here.
Yeah, just talking about his childhood and basically being raised without a mom because his mom got taken to a mental institute.
Yeah.
So that was interesting. But then he's like keeping it lighthearted and brief at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of cool. He was like, looking back's a bitch, ain't it?
Yeah. Oh man, what a legend.
Yeah, and I guess this was only like 2 years before he passed. So
Yeah, it's just a few years before.
But the next track is Out of Time.
It was one of my personal favorites.
Yeah, it's definitely, I like this one a lot. This one, like, obviously, The Weeknd always gets compared to Michael Jackson, but this one sounded like super Michael Jackson influence to me.
He's really going in his MJ bag on this album.
Yeah.
Like, even though he had, like, in his early mixtape era, he had a cover of Dirty Diana, so, like, even then, like, you still have an idea that, yeah, that's a big influence of his. But this album, he really brings that back. And for mostly positive reasons, like, if any, no negatives at all.
No, I can't complain about anything.
Yeah, he sounds incredible.
I really like the, repeated flutes on the beat of that song.
Yeah, the flute sounded great.
It was cool. And then there was another little Jim Carrey monologue at the end of this one.
Mm-hmm.
A little, whatever they do between the songs on radio stations.
Yeah, it's like little bumpers or, like, just transitions.
Yeah. And the next track is Here We Go Again, featuring Tyler, the Creator.
This one's decent. Like, I like it more than I dislike it, I'd say.
This one's pretty minimalist compared to some of the other tracks.
Yeah, so that's why I'm kind of like, eh.
Yeah.
But I don't dislike it. Tyler has a very short verse, but, like, it's not bad. It adds to the song, I'd say.
Yeah, he fit on the track better than I expected him to, like, the first time I listened to this album.
Yeah.
I think.
When I first heard this track, I didn't really care for it, but it's grown on me, I'd say.
Yeah. The next track is Best Friends.
I like this one, too.
Yeah, this one's not bad.
Yeah, it's got a nice, like, poppy sound to it.
Yeah.
Probably the more, like, modern-ish sounding song, but still has, like, those dystopian sounds and the, like, with the synths in it.
Yeah, for sure. This one was just basically talking about toxic relationships and, like, friends with benefits situations.
Yeah.
There's a ton of relationship-based songs on this album.
Oh, yeah.
Like, the next track is There's Someone Else.
Yeah, the big hit off the album.
Yeah.
And I really like this one.
Yeah, big hit for a good reason. This one was super synth heavy.
Yeah, it's one of the shorter songs, too.
Yeah. Yeah, it had a pretty decent pace that it kept up the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Just got in and out, but I thought it was good.
Yeah, for sure.
And then this one also transitioned right into the next track, which is kind of like an extended ending to the last track, Starry Eyes.
Yeah, I like the way they did that. I like this track, too.
Yeah, I totally forgot about this track, actually.
Yeah, like a lot of the tracks towards the second half of the album were ones I kind of forgot about. And a lot of these songs are actually pretty good.
Yeah. I thought that was definitely a good one.
Yeah, that's another one that grew on me, I'd say. I do like this one.
Like, the first minute or so sounds exactly like the end of the previous song.
Yeah.
But then it changes a little bit, and it's kind of a cool addition. The next track is Every Angel is Terrifying.
This is an interesting track. It's like kind of a song, but then it's like a commercial.
Yeah.
It really fits the radio vibe. I could see not liking it because of that. I think it's pretty entertaining, though.
Yeah. It's like a spoken word thing at the beginning, and then it transitions to still The Weeknd, but him, like, talking as a radio DJ or whatever.
Yeah, like trying to sell you something.
But it felt kind of, I don't know, like, overzealous to me at times.
I could see that, yeah.
Kind of the same way that, like, I haven't seen his movies or shows or anything, but
Yeah.
the general consensus of what I've heard about it, like, it seems like he's too into thinking he's good at certain things that he should just sing. He's really good at that.
Yeah, he can sing and dance and perform,
Yeah.
and that's incredible. But God, he cannot act.
I was kind of getting a little bit of that. Like, at the time, I probably didn't look at it that way.
Yeah, I could see that
after
now.
all this stuff, I was like, eh.
Yeah, this is definitely a track that's harder to listen to as time goes on.
And because he was trying to sound super serious on, like, the first half, but then he was getting, like, trying to be funny on the DJ part, and it felt like a weird track to me, like got kind of out of place.
Yeah, I could see that.
But then the next track, Get Back to Music, and it's Don't Break My Heart.
Yeah, another good song.
Yeah, this one just had a super catchy chorus, I remember.
Yeah, the chorus is great.
Yeah.
Instrumentals are once again great.
Yep, production on the entire album is super clean, because Max Martin is one of the co-producers for the entire album.
Yeah.
Just makes sense.
He does a fantastic job on this album.
Yeah. The next track's I Heard You're Married featuring Lil Wayne.
Overall, I'd say this track's pretty good. I don't like Lil Wayne's feature at all.
I was really like, after listening to it, when I wasn't reading the lyrics during listening to it, I was like, it's not doing much for me. But then the lyrics were better than how they sounded coming out.
I could see that.
Like there were some funny little bars in there, as Lil Wayne typically does throw in. But
yeah.
But it did kind of feel weird on the song.
It felt very out of place, too.
Yeah. But this one, apparently, Calvin Harris was a co-producer on this one, too. And it had sort of a funky sound to it, so that makes sense, I guess.
Yeah, I could see that. Especially having a rapper on there, too. It makes sense.
Yeah. Next track is Less Than Zero, which this is basically the final
yeah, it's the last song on the album, and this is one that's pretty popular with people I know, and I really like this one too.
Yeah, this is like a super lighthearted sound to end off the album on a good note.
Very 80s on this track, especially.
This is probably like the poppiest sounding track on the album, I'd say.
Oh, for sure. It gives off Blinding Lights vibes at times.
Yeah, and I think when we saw him in concert for his, I guess it was the tour.
It's still, he toured for this album, it's still the same tour, yeah.
Yeah, it was the final song that he performed, which it sounds like an outro song.
Oh yeah, it's an incredible song.
It's, yeah, definitely good. And then the final actual track is Phantom Regret by Jim.
Yeah, it's him and Jim Carrey having this little monologue at the end of the album about like the transition to the afterlife, and if you feel like you're ready to go yet, it doesn't matter, you're here now.
Right. No, it was really interesting. Like, it sounded kind of funny at first because it was like Dr. Seuss kind of rhyme scheme.
Mm-hmm.
But then when you dig into what he was saying, it is really interesting. Like, it makes you think about shit.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was written by like Jim Carrey or if he was just reading it, but either way, he did a good job on it.
Oh yeah, he was definitely one of my favorite like parts of the album outside of the music.
Yeah.
And I guess going into final thoughts, this album just ages so well to me. Like overall, there's some tracks that aren't great, but like for the most part, this album is consistent, and this is definitely my favorite era of the Weeknd. Is like the After Hours to now. Hurry Up Tomorrow is also like a fantastic album, which is the end of this little trilogy of albums he had.
Yeah.
Under the Weeknd, we'll see what he does from here, because apparently the last one was his last album as the Weeknd. So who knows what Abel's got in mind? I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah.
But yeah, I might like this better than After Hours. Maybe I don't know if I like it more than Hurry Up Tomorrow. They're very close.
Yeah, I think Hurry Up Tomorrow is probably my favorite of the three, but this one I think did have songs that I held on to more than After Hours, or actually listened to more. But yeah, no, I don't. There's really no tracks on this album that I disliked.
Yeah, me too.
It was very clean, good production, very good singing the whole time. Very, not one-dimensional, but all the same, like very consistent throughout, I'd say.
Yeah.
But the mix of the radio theme in there kept it interesting, and I liked how futuristic it sounded the whole time. It was really the main thing that was cool about it, I thought.
Yeah, this could come out today and still sound fresh.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Let's get to scores. I'm gonna give it an 8.5. Like, pretty good album. Like, it's not perfect to me, but it's definitely one of my favorite Weeknd albums. It might be my favorite, but I don't know. It's hard to pick between this and the newest one.
I think I'm gonna give it a 7.5.
All right.
Because I really don't have any complaints about it, but I guess it could have been a little bit more of a mixed bag for me. I mean, it was 56 minutes long, and it didn't feel that long when listening to it. It flows very well.
Yeah, this album flies by you.
Every song basically transitions straight into the next, and it's just super smooth. But I guess, I don't know. It was definitely, I think, the Weeknd's poppiest album, maybe.
Oh, for sure.
So that's good, but at the same time, you miss some of like what you hear on his older music, like the more R&B sound. But no real complaints.
Yeah. So next week we're doing one that you guys picked, and I think I've checked recently, this is the last one we have on the list right now, so make sure you leave comments down below if you want us to listen to some other random artists or cool stuff that we should check out, maybe revisit some stuff, who knows. But this week we're going to be looking at an artist. Once again, if you're a metal fan, it needs no introduction. We're doing their biggest album with the biggest hit because you didn't give us an album, but I think it's called Roots by Sepultura. Fairly popular group from Brazil. So we got some like Brazilian metal in here too. But these guys, they're pretty dope. I don't know the album, but hey, it's probably a banger.
Sounds good. I know nothing of their music.
All right.
I've heard of them. That's
We'll make sure to have Luke on for this one, by the way. He'll have a lot to say.
Mm-hmm.